183 Wellwood Avenue Incorporated, 38 West Main Street. It seeks permission to open an ice cream shop. Subject premise is located in the D3 business zone. Good evening, sir. Please come up. I know that last month you had previously given over the receipts. And I know that last month our concern that was brought forth by another business owner was whether or not your business was a franchise or not. And for the record, I have a record from the Office of the Village Attorney, Mr. Brian T. Egan, Esquire, and it's reference to the SubZero Ice Cream and Yogurt, West Main Street. It says, I have reviewed the letter dated January 12, 2015 from Naomi Hancock of SubZero Franchising with regard to business relationship with Mr. Zollo. Mr. Zollo proposes to open a SubZero ice cream and yogurt shop on West Main Street in the D3 Business District. The issue is to whether this SubZero arrangement violates the formula or franchise food establishment prohibition in D2, D3 business zones. SubZero states this will not be a franchise arrangement, that SubZero will only provide equipment, technical information, and training, and the design and the layout is not contractually required. And SubZero will only be providing design assistance. In our opinion, the proposed SubZero store is not a franchise or formula food establishment and is permitted in the proposed D3 zone location. SubZero has certified and represented to the village that there is no contractual arrangement with the Zollo Corporation to require typical franchise requirements such as uniforms, trademarks, decor, or architecture. The only indication of a franchise is the logo and food formula, which is being licensed to Zollo, but not contractually required to be used in accordance with the franchise agreement. And that letter was submitted to the Planning Board for the purposes of clarification. And it's in response to a letter from Naomi Hancock. And as such, the village attorney has rendered his opinion. And I guess that clears that issue. So, sir, with that was being one of the major issues that this board had to first vet prior to being able to take any further action on your application. So, state your name and address for the record and refresh the board and the audience as to what your business intentions are and what you plan to do and what's transpired since our last meeting, which was some 2 weeks ago. And it hasn't warmed up, actually. So SubZero is an excellent name. For
all the wrong reasons.
For all the wrong reasons.
My name is Charlie Zollo. I live at 91 Highland Avenue, Patchogue, New York.
Yes, sir.
I propose, as we discussed, open an ice cream shop. What's unique about this ice cream shop is it's a flash frozen product. So we start not with an ice cream base, but with a liquid base. We add the flavors, we add mix-ins, whatever you want, so it's completely customizable. And then it's flash frozen, and so you get a very creamy product. You get this visual effect, so it's you know, a quality product and the visual effect. So people really tend to like this. I hope.
And it should be noted for the record that last month we went over the layout of the store, which does anybody have any further question about? We discussed thoroughly the nitrogen cylinder and the concerns that were addressed about that as far as the safety. There are no safety concerns as far as it is concerned. We went over your employees, we went over all the various things that the planning board has asked for, and those things are already on record, and in the interest of brevity, we won't revisit those again unless anybody has any specific questions. We'll hear from the public if there's anyone. Have you discussed anything with any of your neighbors who are concerned about cross-contamination of yogurt and ice cream?
I attempted to, because there was a statement made if we agreed not to sell yogurt, they would withdraw their rejection. We've gone to the yogurt shop 3 times and said, you know, yogurt is not a big part. We're an ice cream shop primarily, you know, and we would enter into a reciprocal agreement that if we would agree not to sell yogurt, if they would agree not to sell ice cream, and we got no response. So at this point, I'll withdraw that offer since, you know.
Well, it's not the purview of this board to tell you what you can or can't sell anyway.
Yes.
Nor would we pretend to do that.
You know, I'm not interested in putting anybody out of business. I'm interested in drawing people into the community. I've been a long-time resident. I really don't think we're selling the same product, or there's a big conflict here, because I'm not making a machine mix with, it's, you know, and it's a very small portion of what I'm going to be doing. It's just give the customer what they want.
Thank you, sir. Anybody else have any other questions? Anyone in the audience wish to speak for or against the application? So please come forward, state your name and address, and tell us what's on your mind.
Jason Beaman, 14 East Main Street. I'm the owner of Very Good Yogurt. The bottom line is, no matter how you look at this, no matter what wording is used, licensing this is a franchise. And I'm sorry, your name?
Me?
Yeah, you mentioned last time that your mother had one in Florida. Or she knew about
not
the
this
store.
place. It was this type of place. Yeah.
Because it was, I heard it on record that you said it was this
Yeah,
place.
no, it's not. No, it's
No,
not
you
this
did
place.
say-
It's a nitrogen ice cream place. I
Right.
don't even know what the name of it
But you
is.
did say it was the same exact thing.
No, I said it was a nitrogen ice
The
cream.
bottom line is there's 47 stores, and no matter how you look at it, they're still using the logo, which is a franchise logo.
Okay, but you're arguing before this board something that's settled as far as we're concerned. According to the village attorney, this is not, the village attorney is the determining person here. He has made the determination for this board that in fact, this is not a franchise. So
So the design is not going to follow anything? Just
as was read, and you know, you can certainly, through FOIA, get a copy of his opinion. You know, certainly we would make that available to you. As far as this board is concerned, based on the determination of the village attorney, and based on his determination from the information he has gleaned, this is not a franchise.
Good, very good.
Okay?
Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else wish to speak for or against the application? Okay, I'll entertain a motion to close the public hearing.
So moved.
Can I get a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? So carried. Thank you all for coming down tonight. Next application, that is Steve. I'll give him the opportunity.
Oh, man.
Read the vote.
Okay. All right. You guys have been very patient. I'm sorry, but that's what happens when you get on the adjourned agenda. So, now you've been to more of these meetings than you want to at this point, but it's all good, trust me. The next application then is that of Steve Cleansing, 284-288 Waverly Avenue, seeks permission to